Let me see.
You see me? I look like a red rocket.
Yeah, bro. Look like a red rocket, bro. Fucking amazing. Fucking. Hey, share your screen real quick. I want to show you something. Yeah, you look like a condom. You look like a red condom with a hole ripped in it.
Right? About to get these bitches pregnant.
Or you look like a penis with a baby coming out. Oh, I shouldn't.
Yeah.
Damn, I shouldn't have said that on the first words of this stream. Damn.
Yeah, right?
Damn. I already started off really bad.
All right, so now what?
All right, so click on the navigation at the top. Now click on. Oh, actually, click on the stars. AI. I need to figure out the naming and all that shit. I gotta make it real creative. I gotta get high on shrooms and just play around with free label. All right, so
Yeah.
but I need to get free label to a point where there's no bugs, to the point where I have zero stress, and I can play around and love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, click on that, the stars. Okay, now click on the second navigation. Yeah, you are damn right. That is confusing. Yeah, so click on the second navigation.
The AI?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Now type in add message. It didn't zoom in, right?
No, that's good.
Dope, dope, dope.
Hell yeah. All right, let me just type in a prompt. Okay. Yeah, it works.
Amazing.
Damn, Alex Mayo doesn't even pop up on this shit. Oh, he does. Who is that?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who is that guy? Looks like a fucking degenerate.
Who, the second one? Not the bait?
No, no,
Hell
no.
nah.
Hey, this
I'm gonna
one's from
start
Austin,
shooting.
Texas, too.
Designs
Hey,
and
is this you?
devs.
Designs innovative apps for users?
Click
What's
on
the
the
Twitter?
Twitter. Who is this guy? This can't be.
Doesn't exist.
Wait, what is
Why
the
didn't that?
what is the
Why didn't
URL?
that take me to the app
Where's the URL?
URL?
Click on the Safari.
I'm gonna text it to you.
Let's see what that is. Come on. I need to investigate. I can't have any.
Oh shit,
I can't have any Alex Mail out there.
Sir Alex Mayo. I think it's yours,
But
fool.
you know what? You know what? Something may have happened. Yeah, I think it was a test. Ha. You know what? I know what it is. Yeah, I just created a fucking. That was a test. I was testing the AI. There's a lot of test data that's in free label right now. I'm about to come and cleanse everything soon. And we're gonna be doing an official release. Look,
What? Okay, so this is the other one.
okay, why is my YouTube subscribers off? That's not right. I need to figure that out.
Yeah, where are these numbers coming from?
I don't know, but it does pull your YouTube stats.
Let's see. Does your Twitter? Okay. Does your Instagram?
The first words on my Twitter is this
Okay.
nigga.
Let's see. Spotify. Oh, I do have Spotify.
Oh,
Couldn't open the link on your
no
Spotify.
way. Did my Spotify get taken down?
Apple Music.
I don't have no.
I guess no Apple Music.
Let's cap. Click it again.
Let's see the YouTube.
Oh, wait, no,
Label
that's
YouTube.
free label. Wrong one.
Twitch. Retry.
What the fuck is going on?
It doesn't have your Twitch. So what? The Spotify, Apple, and Twitch on this are wrong.
On the
Oh, look,
shit.
you have a links a links thing on this.
Yeah, because if you go to your thingy, you go to edit profile, you can
Oh,
add links in there.
okay, hold on. Then,
You want to test that?
so with mine, yeah, let me check mine. Because I put mine in like the fields up here. See my social ones, second one from the right. That was supposed to be my URL. So let me edit.
Edit. A bird, bird, bird. The bird is a word.
Okay. So then,
Add link down there.
wait. Okay, yeah, I see that. But on the initial page, remember the first one we set up? Or like the one with the big box where it's like put in your name, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, was it I think it was under create profile. Let me see actually.
Yeah, it was under create profile. That is under create profile. That's create profile. That's what I'm saying. I'm about to.
Okay, no. So look right here where it says website URL, that's where I put it. And that was for the little hyperlink up top.
And you
You
put
know what I'm
what?
saying?
I'm confused.
This is where I put Johnny B the Shooter, which is on the social links. Right here, second one from the right, next to Twitch and TikTok.
Mm.
So I guess you should get rid of that field, this website URL field, because it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Nah.
Oh, you know
And
what?
then this also doesn't have the add links, like when
Oh,
you're editing.
oh yeah. Create profile. So yeah, that is true. So website URL needs to stay there. I just need to make it work. And then links doesn't show on the create profile. It only shows whenever you're creating a new profile or editing a profile. So what I'm gonna do is like on the new version of the edit profile, the create profile and the edit profile are gonna be using the same form. You know what I'm saying? Because the way I built it back in the past, this is 6 years old. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing with code, and plus I was using a whole entire different technology. So like with this one, I would write the form to be the same one. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
It wouldn't
Oh
be two
shit.
different forms.
Okay, hold on. Let me check this profile real quick. Okay, links. Okay.
Basically, on the new version of the create profile, they're gonna have the same form, the same form fields for each one.
So how can I get rid of this little hyperlink up top with the socials with my website?
Hyperlink.
Oh wait, never mind. I'll just go here to create. No. Oh shit. Fuck. Damn all these fucking tabs. Okay. Edit. Okay, yeah. So you just need to add the website URL button for here, I guess, for the socials. Or yeah, because I can't even take it off if I wanted to.
Let me see.
So here, like I'm not able to take off that this. I'm not able to take that off through this edit page because there's no button for it.
There's no website URL button. Okay, hold on.
No.
I got you. I got you. Mail to the rescue.
And then, yeah, you added TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, SoundCloud.
Hey Google, play music.
Mm, But like when I push tracks on here on my profile, only my stuff pops up, not that other guy's.
Yeah, because that's correct.
Okay.
That is built in the new tech stack, which is way more secure, way better, and everything.
Ah, damn. I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you this weed I got. It looks pretty nice for some fake shit.
Hold on.
What is this half price storage?
So that is a client work video I did.
Damn, so you don't do nothing on this channel?
Uh,
Created December 12th, 2020.
yeah, I need to clean it up.
Ah, what a time to be alive.
Yeah, I can't wait to turn that channel up. Okay, so I got that right. So wait, what were you saying right now? You're saying that remove. Okay, so let me try that. Edit here. What is add website URL?
Bird, bird, bird. Bird is a word. Were you just saying that? Like, why do I have that in my head right now?
Yeah, I did.
You were saying, okay.
Okay, so state config.
Hey, tell me if there's a good deal. I got 2 grams for $10.
Yeah, that's good.
You know what their other pricing is? So they got 1 gram for $5 each, and then they have uh an eighth 3.5 for 25. Make it make sense.
Wait, say that again?
You get a 3.5 for 25, but they sell $5 grams. Make it make sense.
Yeah, that's weird.
Because you can get $5 grams for the price of that fucking eighth. So you're getting what, 1.5 more grams, or 2.5 more grams. No,
Make that make sense.
1.5. Exactly. And I was up there when they ran out, and I was talking to one of the dudes. I was telling him about that. He was like, "Oh yeah, I guess no one really caught on except you." I'm like, "Bro, what the fuck? Who says that?" I was like, "Yeah, that's probably why they're always sold out." He was like,
Huh, y'all are high as hell.
"Oh, for real, right?" Getting high on their own supply.
Okay, let's see if that works. Okay, the website TikTok. Okay, so HTTPS. This is
Bird, bird, bird. Bird is a word. Bird, 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 bird.
let's see if
This
they
product is legal hemp flower containing less than 0.3% THC in compliance with the 2018 U.S. Farm Bill. Total cannabinoids 30.67%. Gelinade. Date 7/15/24. What?
update.
This weed is from July.
Does that mean?
Means it's 7 months ago. July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. Oh, I was right. There's this dude that I've been seeing a lot on TikTok. They work at a car lot or car salesman people, whatever, and he'll go up to all his coworkers and he'll be like, like what's one of them? Fuck. He would ask lyrics like, I can't even come to my mind right now. Fuck. Damn, I can't even fucking whatever.
Bro, you haven't even hit the gas in your.
I know. I'm like staring at the ball right now. I'm trying to fucking figure it out before I hit it.
Man's
Maybe
got.
I need to hit it first.
Man's got a zone. Man, that's funny. Okay. I'm fucking dead.
But no. But it's funny because like he'll ask each person that works there, and he'll put their age and shit, and he'll reference songs from like mid 2000s, early 2000s and shit. So everyone that's like 30 and under, even 35 and under, sometimes don't know what they're talking about. But you get the dudes that are like, they look like dads and shit, and they're saying this stuff. Fuck, what was? Oh, so here's an example that you might get. I don't know if it's actually what he said, but he'll go up to someone, he'll be like, Alex, what did Ludacris want to do? And they'll be like, I don't know. And then he'll get to someone that knows, and they'll be like, what does Ludacris do? Or what does Ludacris want to do? And they'll be like, I want to lick you from your head to your toes or something like that, And they'll recite the lyrics based off of the context what the guy says. That's kind of a bad example, but something like that.
Bro, what?
Something how I was talking about like, I'll give you a line and you tell me what food I'm eating, and I was like, "What's up, Doc?" And you're like, "Oh, carrot." It's kind of along those types of lines, but with music lyrics. Oh, one of them was he would be like, "What kind of man is Ti?" And then one guy that got it, he was like, "He's a rubber band man," or something like that.
Okay,
Man, these are whatever. Bad example. I don't know. I need to just send you. I'm gonna just send you the TikTok next time I come across it. Man, you know what's crazy? I feel like TikTok has progressed so far past, oh, this is a little kid app.
Bro, what? Duh. What?
Because I've had TikTok, but I never used it. I just got on. Like I'm actually knowing, kind of figuring out what it is. I don't understand the TikTok battles though. That's something that's just like, do something with your life, you fucking loser.
Bro, I don't think you have any clue what's going on.
I don't. I haven't even got to the point of like TikTok shops and shit.
Bro,
That kind of, I'm working my way into it,
yeah,
trying to figure it out.
I'm like 9 million% sure you have no fucking clue what's going on.
Because I still have that little coupon thing, like first time user coupon for the TikTok shop and shit. I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. And you got all these people that are like, have links in their bio or products in their bio that they're selling or some shit, or affiliate marketing. I don't know.
Bro.
It's almost like a mini Twitch at some time.
You have no fucking clue what the fuck is going on. Bro, look. How do I say this? Bro.
Can we use Riverside on TikTok?
Yeah, you can. Okay, look. So look. Let me tell you. Look, bro. Fucking kid app? Bro, TikTok is causing fucking revolutions. Bro, what? Okay, bro, TikTok
Came out as a kids app.
No, it's not the fucking kids app, bro. TikTok
started as a kids app.
Is a catalyst for America's fucking demise, bro. It is literally a tool of propaganda, like such a powerful propaganda tool that you can load up so you can fucking dissolve a government on TikTok, bro. You kidding
See,
me? You
I don't
kidding
know
me?
if it's the algorithm or what, but I don't get those types of TikToks. The
But
types
that
of TikToks I get are all like
because
entertainment
because
type.
they don't need you. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, but like they don't need you. You know what I'm saying? They need the people who are radicalized. They need niggas like you know what I'm saying? They know who to get, and they get them.
Mm.
I get like such crazy ass TikToks. Like sometimes I'll be in the mood and I'll start liking the wrong shit, and then next thing you know, I'm fucking deep in like 30. I'm fucking my algorithm. You swipe 30, fucking 28 of them are like
Bitches.
America is now a communist nation ran by
Okay,
the
you're saying that for
oligarchs of the
Riverside, fool. No, no,
billionaires.
no. You're saying that shit for Riverside. You be just scrolling and liking bitches. That's it.
No, I'm telling you, my TikTok is not even anywhere. My TikTok, I can't even find bitches on my TikTok. I swear to God. That's why I literally deleted Instagram because I'm like, thank God. Like, Instagram is stupid. Like, Instagram is just trying to keep me on there for what reason? Like, you're
All
just
I
wasting
use
my time.
TikTok, or no, well, damn, what was I about to say? Oh, so like I don't like anything on TikTok. All I'm doing is just scrolling. You think
Bro,
maybe
but
that impacts my shit,
I
my
mean, well,
algorithm,
it knows what you're looking at by, um,
retention time?
yeah, how long you're watching it. So it kind of it has factors like that where it can kind of see how much you watch something, how many times you watched it, and shit like that. So that plays into your algorithm.
All right, let's go to my TikTok real quick. Let's see what pops up. Okay, see, it's all just like entertainment shit. Nothing political, just bullshit. Oh, damn. She
Type
too
in
muscular though.
type in cute winter boots.
Cute winter
I can't believe I'm
boots.
even yeah. Can't believe I even just did that. Yeah, I shouldn't even be saying that shit, but yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Oh wait, I wasn't even paying. I can't. That's just what the. I don't. What the fuck was that? What the fuck? What the fuck was I watching?
I didn't hear it.
But what is your understanding of cute white boots? What?
What did
No,
it say?
I don't know. It's just something about
Go back?
manipulating the algorithm or something.
Yeah. So keep going.
What is?
Well, basically, like it's like code. People were like speaking in code for the longest. It was pretty crazy.
Oh, okay. Ooh, so clever. So clever that I'm gonna fucking post it for everyone to see. Stupid asses. What the fuck? They think they're being sneaky, but they're showing it to everybody. Like I'm gonna trick the algorithm. No one important is gonna see it. Are you fucking kidding me? Are they really that stupid? I'm asking you, Alex, are they really that stupid?
Yes.
Okay. See, I'm good off of that type of shit. I'm just gonna stick to TikTok as entertainment and life hacks, or like them life hacks.
My bad. I'm trying to figure something out. So save data. Yeah, but no, I don't know. I'm just saying that's what some people's algorithm can get like that. Save
Hey, you
data.
know what we should do? We should go camping next month, and me and Trey will go down to Austin to you on the Amtrak.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Debug.
I feel like down there would be actually. You wanted to go to Meridian, right?
Yes. Well, I want to
So
test out
that's
the
kind of
lake.
like halfway. That's kind of halfway in between us, though.
I want to,
Like close
well,
to Waco.
yeah, but not right now. I want to test out your lake next year.
Meridian. Oh wait, Louisville Lake or Meridian?
Um,
We gotta go to Meridian. That place is fun.
bro, wasn't it?
Oh, we can even go up to like Turner Falls at Oklahoma. That shit's pretty cool because they got a big ass waterfall. You ever been to Turner Falls?
Never.
Oh, you like it? They got some like I think like actually right across the street is illegal because weed's legal in Oklahoma. They have like a shop like right across the street from Turner Falls.
That's dope.
There's even a company called Oklahoma Smokes that makes uh, marijuana cigarettes without the THC. It's to help people stop smoking, but it tastes like weed. It's for the habit.
Hmm.
It's like, man, that might be the way to go.
API profile update. What the fuck is a bro? I wrote the shittiest code back in the day.
So even you have shitty code, you can have like different versions of the same code, like a shitty version and a good version.
I mean, you basically write code that does the same thing.
So it's just like your way of explaining directions, kind of.
Yes. Yes.
Mm, that's it. That's almost like playing Legos then, but with confusing ass lines of code.
Yes.
So like, do you work with like basic commands or basic inputs, and then you fill in different fields within those inputs?
Generally, yes. Generally, yes.
Okay, because I'm trying to like think back to my Zanga page days when I was like knew super basic HTML shit, and to see it like actually work was pretty dope.
Okay, that worked. The Wazzy website. Okay, website URL got saved in there. Okay, refresh. Bam. Okay, website is in there. So let's test this. Take this TikTok, add that TikTok in there. Bam. Save. Profile updated. Refresh. Yep, TikTok is in there. Add Apple. Bam. Cool. Sure. Sure. Yeah. Fuck it. Bam. Did it. Add YouTube. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, so again, yeah, gang. Okay, so what did I do here? I added that one there. Save that. What did I do here? Nothing. Just added debugging. Yeah, nah, fuck that. Okay. Added those two in there. Yep. Necessary. What about this one? Yep. Necessary. Where's the TikTok one? Oh, I already added TikTok in there. Okay, cool. Bam. Discard. Bam. Edit, 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 edit. Added the. Say, added the stuff in there. Bam. Okay. Go here, 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 here. No, go here. Npm run,
Hey,
deploy. So
so I'm thinking,
everything should be working now.
you know how you move the services tab below the contents tab on the profile, and then next to the content, you have links?
No, I'm deaf, dumb, and blind. What do you say?
So on the profile page, next to content is the links.
Yeah,
Are you looking at my screen?
yeah.
All right, so what if you can make it look like this, to where when you press the link, something pops up, or you have it readily like in front of you, so you don't have to search, meaning like go to a different tab to find the link. So instead of having it like not visible, it's like right under where these links are, right there, that you can like hyperlink tap them or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I'm probably gonna do that. That is a good idea.
I think modeling the profile after like different like popular apps profiles would be easy for the user.
It is.
Like it's already is look like that,
So,
just
I mean, yeah, I mean, I have been trying to pull some elements from other sites, but then I realized it doesn't work in the context of like what our main focus is, because like some of the things we're trying to do are different. Like our main focus is like to sell services. Like these profiles should be showing content and selling services. So like I'm still figuring out how to like, you know what I'm saying? Like some stuff I can pull over, some stuff I can pull over and it works, but some stuff
mhm.
just doesn't make sense in the context of like selling service.
So okay, what about this? Um,
Because the links,
going back
yeah, go ahead.
going back to your profile with the links, why don't you have the link right under the share edit button, as well as the service link right under it? So it's right there, and then the content tab is almost like the feed.
Most likely that is what's gonna, I think that's probably a good deal.
Because it kind of just like visually streamlines all the information for you, and the content is stuff to keep you on the site, and then the services tab and the links tab, turn those into hyperlinks to keep them up front at the top to make it easier, and like, it's right there in front of your face, so you're bound to tap it, whether you're just browsing prices or links or whatever, or you're there to book. And then you go to the content, like you wouldn't even need the content tab at that point, because you can just like have a feed type. Maybe one side's like video or one side's photo, or whatever media type is in there. Or what kind of media types are available? Because right here it's just video and tracks. Is there
As you,
photos and stuff too?
yeah, once you start uploading more shit, it populates.
Okay, so then maybe instead of having the content link, just without having to tell the audience that this is the content, just have the content populate the bottom of the page, and then have like this media type, drop down as like the one big button, or one major button there to be able to switch types of content. So it eliminates needing that links tab, the contents tab, and the services tab, just by applying them in hyperlinks. And then the content is going to be populating the rest of the page.
Yeah.
So you're not like, there's no navigation in that really. It's just there. All the information is just one tap away.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah. Here, I'll just I mean, I can do it real quick, honestly. Profile index or profile header content, and then I think I did like that, but profile header content, and then that one, those two
Dude,
tabs,
the more I think about it, that's such a fucking good idea.
links tabs.
Because I'm just giving you, the user experience from my side. So as a consumer.
Hey, I'm listening to you, bro. That's all I know. Okay. So did that services tab. Okay. Okay, out of the links tabs, ban that. So you're saying what?
So basically make the profile look like your TikTok profile. You know how it has the feed and then it has the repost? Something like that to where you can just switch from different types of content, you know?
Yeah.
And then you have your links right above it, right in front of your face. You know what you're tapping. Um, the link, it can be links and then services, which can be like also drop down menus, but either way, they're like right under, your face. You just have different feeds like this if you can. So, like for example, on mine, but there's tracks and videos. So I'd be here, it'd be videos, and then come over here, these be tracks. So basically, like, make it look like the most popular app out there. So it's easy for them to navigate and know what the fuck they're navigating.
Yeah. Hold on. Code. Dude, I move so quick. It's insane. The way I'm able to type and move so fast. All right, so that, right? And then that.
It comes from years of torture.
Man, torture is something, all that. Go there. Links, link ID, key, template key should be on here. Put that there, refresh. Dude, this is why I'm about to get a badass job, Loki.
Uh,
Because I'm so damn good at this. No, I just need. No. That's ugly. I'm gonna tell try to. No, no background.
Next time we do this, I'm not gonna close any tabs until the very end and see how many I end up with.
Oh my god.
It'll probably be over 100. I'm probably like close to like maybe 30 or 40 right now. Actually, probably more, but one currently. These social media icons on the profile, are those assets that you uploaded to the site, or does that just automatically happen?
It's a library I'm using called Font Awesome. You can Google it.
Oh, okay. And even those little characters up top on the tab, like the stars and the shopping cart.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well played, Alex. Well played.
What did I do again?
Outsourcing talent.
Bro, I'm just a thug.
Oh, you know what'd be crazy? If you can have another branch of Free Label called Free Label Fiber, and it's the Free Label car logo in green. Shit. $1 million idea.
Mm-mm.
We need to start doing some Free Label shirts, like different designs and stuff. It almost looks like an A.
So, if you're down, we should also work on we should work on the marketplace so that we can launch products in the marketplace and start selling our own shit. I honestly think it already works. I think we can sell our own products. I just turned it off because I didn't. Dude, when I was younger, I can't believe how naive I was. I thought that everything had like magic. Like I thought everything was magic. And you probably can relate, but I literally thought I thought everything was magic, man.
In what way?
I
Applied
thought
to what?
when I got a job and things like that, I thought everything was handled. I thought everything was taken care of. I thought you know, I just thought everything was more professional and structured and all this. And because when you come from school, everything is so handled, and you think everything just,
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
so
Everything's kind of pre-made, so you just kind of fit in
yeah,
the puzzle kind of piece.
yeah. And if it's like, I see it a lot with employees because when an employee, they have this entitlement, it's like, oh, well, you're not going to pay me on time. Well, you're supposed to pay me on time. I quit, like that
Yeah,
type of mentality, like, you know, and then
it doesn't
I
get you
kind of,
anywhere really.
not that it doesn't get you what I'm saying, just like we have that, like everyone has that type of mentality. That's where the Karen mindset comes from. It's like things just being in order, and
Hmm.
I realized, like, working in business, like I always thought everything was like handled and this and that, man. Like I just thought just the magic of everything was there, but I just don't. I don't know now. Like I see now how everything is, so like I forgot how I even got to this point. What
It's
else?
almost like
What I was
you're
talking
just
about?
you're just getting into the system that's already in place.
That and just
And
like,
but once you get into it, or once you get to a certain point, you go beyond that to where you're in the system, like, or you're creating parts of systems, or you're creating a new system, or you're creating this system, and it gives you a different perspective. It's almost like the creator slash consumer perspective. As a consumer, you see something and it's just magic. You're like, oh wow, I don't know how it, like the struggle. No one pays attention to the struggle. They just see the finished product.
basically.
But once you start becoming a creator in any aspect, you realize that everything is made from something, and it needs to be developed through trial and error. It's a process. And so you're able to like break down multiple aspects of one big thing, or one finished final product, to where normal people wouldn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I think of it like even making music. You get people that listen to music, but you don't understand how people make music, make the beats, where they get the beats, how they make the sounds, where they record the sounds, how to even record sounds, how to manipulate the sounds, what filters to use, and all this extra shit. And then you got people that are on the tracks that, they might not know that creating the beat side of it, but they know about alliteration, they know about literature, they have a vast vocabulary, they know melodies, they sing, or they read music and shit. And then you got, I don't know, like the producer, the engineers and stuff, that have a whole different skill set, but it's still the same concept of multiple things you have to know and learn to get one final thing. It's a reverse tree. No, it's not a reverse tree. It's the roots and the trunk. You get me?
Shout out the trunk.
Oh, hell yeah.
I was kidding. I mean,
Elephant trunks, man. You got ivory tusks. Like, those are there because of the development that becomes so fucking valuable. Those are the one things that people want. They don't know that, they don't understand the gestation period of how long it takes for this fucking elephant to be born,
they
or
don't.
how much care it needs, and how long it takes to grow up to a certain size before they even start to develop those tusks that people take.
Bro, they don't.
Shout out to trunks, man.
Straight up.
And then you got fucking Trunks from Dragon Ball Z, who's half Saiyan, half human,
Mm,
and like half Saiyans, they develop a lot quicker because they're multiple different races, so they get the benefits of both.
mm,
But you don't realize that he's not a full Saiyan or full Saiyan trunk or full Saiyan because he can do everything a Saiyan does, but
mm,
with the added benefits of Earthlings.
mm.
You just see the final product when he has a sword and he becomes Super Saiyan 2 before everyone's even Super Saiyan 1. And he comes with a sword and kills Frieza in one swipe when they were having trouble with him. Come on, man. Shout out to Trump. Shit. Purple hair Super Saiyan. He was my favorite. Still is my favorite. Even though he's not that powerful anymore compared to the others, but he's still my favorite. And then he got fusion with Gohan, like little Chibi Trunks. Man. No, not Gohan. Gotenks.
Go Tinks was shit.
No, Gotenks is when they're fused. Goten. My bad.
Mm,
These Japanese people, they always go, 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 Goken, Goku.
mm.
Goken was from Street Fighter.
Oh
Street
yes.
Fighter. He was Ryu and Ken's master, Akuma's brother, that got killed by Akuma.
I haven't seen that in so long.
Well, I had that Street Fighter 2 animated movie on VHS. My favorite movie back in the day. No, it wasn't. It was one of them.
Calls.
They had Fei Long in there. He was like with the woo, with his little fire kick thing. Bruce Lee.
Oh my god, my AI just restarted. That's cool. Okay, all length is greater than 1.
That'd be kind of a cool podcast to just random talk. Just for like what I did. I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about really.
It's all recorded.
Oh yeah. What the? I don't even know. I just remember Trunks. We were talking about Trunks. Oh, oh, yeah, cycling back, man. People don't like the whole. You know the system now. You create the system. I feel it. I feel it. I was just explaining to you to show that I understood from my perspective. Pretty much said a lot of nothing.
Big shit, man.
I probably could blow Charlie's mind so fucking bad, because he's already a dog. And if I was just trying to explain this stuff to him and he was able to understand, he'd be like Snowball and fucking Rick and Morty, turning into one of those super dogs. He's gonna have like a little Gundam, little robot machine that he uses to walk and do things. A little speaker so it can tell it like telekinesis his mind and verbalize what he's saying. That might be scary though. Because he's got like Napoleon complex being so tiny. If you give him a little bit of power, shit, he might take over the world. I mean, he already figured out how to like fight those huskies, right? got a little dog like that. Give him a little power, some armor. A robot with vast amounts of intelligence. I know you'll probably be his right hand man, but I'm gonna be sergeant in arms. I'm gonna have a power position because I'm not trying to get eaten up by a fucking Shih Tzu, super power Shih Tzu. Like his Instagram said, don't fuck with Chuck.
Don't fuck
Damn,
with Chuck.
this is some good stuff. If I'm fucking rambling like this, 30.67% cannabinoids, sativa. Okay.
Why is this working but Riverside? Oh, because Riverside's heavy. It's always trying to like upload shit.
Yeah, that's just heavy, man. Is it recording my audio?
Yes. Fine.
I was thinking of doing like a story time series. What do you think? You got some stories to tell?
Mm.
I know, right? There's like, obviously, there's going to be like big memories that you remember, main memories. But the ones that I want to get to are the like, almost like the daily stuff that you kind of forget.
Bro, I've gone through so much trauma that I forget. I forgot. Like, it's like, I'll be like, I'll start to remember things, and then, like, trauma will happen, and then I'll just forget everything that happened, everything. Like, and then I'll run, so many friends remember so much shit between us, and I'm just like, damn, I can't remember anything anymore.
I recently hung out with, not recently, but a few months ago, I hung out with like my best friends from college. And all the stuff that I was saying, like they were all like, "What? I don't remember that." And then when like I finally come back to them, some of it, I'm just like, how the fuck do you guys not remember all this shit? It's like almost so vivid to me.
Maybe you haven't dealt with trauma, so you know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I have. My whole life is trauma.
Maybe, I mean, I bet, but, shit, maybe, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
So what I've noticed since you said you kind of just block shit out or whatever, I I what I feel like I'll do is I repress to the point where I just forget, you know, for the moment. And I will remember a lot of shit if I start to think about it. But most times I'm not thinking about that shit, so I'm not focused on it. But for some reason I'm able to go back and like remember a whole bunch. Like I'm thinking right now of shit that happened when I was in middle school when we got fucking Game Boys for Christmas in 8th grade, when I was in 8th grade,
Mm.
sitting on the couch like by the light in the corner. And because I got Pokemon Yellow and my stepbrother got Pokemon Red, and he had a yellow game. No, we didn't have Game Boy. Yeah, we just got Game Boy Colors. I got a green one, he got a purple one. And we had like a link cable we were trying to figure out. And he was 3 years younger than me, so 8th grade. He was 5th grade. Yeah, it's just crazy. I can remember a lot of shit. Yeah, I still remember before I was even in elementary school, I was in a house in Killeen, Texas, like by Fort Hood, and we were in the house in the back of the house, my parents' bedroom. I was in laying in the bed with my dad because their bed was up against the window, and we had the window open, and it was raining, so we were just like looking out the window, watching it rain in the backyard, and the backyard was just it was a new neighborhood, so it was just grass,
Mm.
and I think that neighborhood had, yeah, no, it was all chain link fences back then. So we were just looking out, and like our street was at the very back, so it was the last one. So behind our houses was just like trees and grass and shit. But I remember it raining, and there was like you know puddles on the ground and shit. I remember even back in that house, we had a hallway that jump up on. Have you ever done that? Like as a kid, you're in a kind of a skinny hallway, and then you jump up with your arms and legs hitting the walls, and you just climb up to the ceiling that way.
Mm-mm. Show your camera. Damn, you haven't been showing your camera this whole time?
No, I thought because we were sharing my screen.
Are you still sharing?
No, I was on it, but you want me to show you how it is?
I mean, just show some shit for the content, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You're shooting
Okay,
content all over.
so as a kid, you'd be in the hallway, and the hallway is like you can push your arms out and you would touch. So what you would do is you would like position your arms up to where they're about to hit, and then you just hop up, and then you hit your legs aside on the wall, so you're stuck there. And then you kneel down and you pop up again, and you go even higher, all the way up to the ceiling.
Mm,
Never did that?
mm,
Oh, I had a so my best friend in elementary school. I didn't meet him until I was in Ramirez's class, first grade. No, second grade, Mrs. Bray's class. But that's after I had moved from that house to a different house, and he ended up living one street down or one street over from my first house. So I was like, damn, had we never moved, I could have just like went across the street. But back then in the 90s, we rode our bikes everywhere. We weren't really scared about being snatched or like raped or anything as kids in that era. It was like super safe. And so we would ride our bikes everywhere. And I would ride my bike every weekend up to his house. It was like, as a kid, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 minutes. But yeah, he had the same kind of house. Like all the houses back then were like the same one floor in the shape of a rectangle. You walk in through the front door or the side door, which is a sliding glass door that opens into the kitchen where the carport is. And then to the front of the kitchen was the dining room. And then to the left of the kitchen or the dining room was the living room. And then down that little hallway was the room. So they'd be 1, 2 bedrooms, and then the master bedroom on the other side of the house behind the kitchen area. And yeah, that block, I think they all look like that. And in front of the house, it has like this cement porch with cement stairs. And my house had a carport, but a lot of houses it was just open. But anyway, that's where my best friend lived. His name was Andrew Tobobo. He was
mm. Andrew
Filipino.
Tabobo?
Yeah, he was Filipino.
I'm
And I
guessing.
remember his dad, this is crazy. So his dad touched me, right?
What the
And
fuck?
I remember this vividly. It wasn't like, luckily, it wasn't really intense, but I think I was getting ready to leave or whatever, and I was putting on my shoes at the door, at the sliding glass door I told you, like in the kitchen area. And the bench, it was like a little bench right there, and I was sitting on it. He comes over to sit next to me, and he starts tickling me, and I'm like, ha 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 ha. And then he starts like, I guess, aiming quote unquote for belly area, and he starts touching me, and I'm like, I didn't like it as a kid, so I freaked out. I started yelling, I started crying, I ran out the fucking house. And then after that, he was never really there anymore. Like I didn't see him around and shit anymore. Every once in a while he maybe stopped by or something. But yeah, it
What
was
the
weird.
hell?
But
Damn.
then like one of my mom's friends,
You should me too him.
no, well, one of my mom's friends, like we lived in the military base, like right next to the military base, right? So the Korean community, a lot of them were mixed kids because a lot of the dads were GIs and stuff. So a lot of the GIs, like they were, sent overseas and stuff. It was like during the Gulf War and shit. So early 90s, like a lot of the GIs were gone. So a lot of the women were like by themselves and stuff. But we went over to her friend's house and she had a daughter that was maybe 1 or 2 years younger than me. And I remember like we were playing in her room and she gets this teddy bear, right? And she pulls down her pants. She pulls down her panties. And mind you, we're fucking children, like really young kids. I was maybe like 5 or 6, and she was maybe like 3 or 4. And she starts rubbing this teddy bear down there on her. And even as a kid, I was like, that's so weird because my family wasn't open about that type of stuff, you know? And then she was just rubbing it like she wanted, I don't know if she wanted me to do something or whatever, but that's like a weird experience. And now thinking back to it, it's like, damn, do you think that girl probably was touched or something? Alex, Alex, this fool, Alex, 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 this what, Alex,
Okay, can you hear me? Are you
what happened?
working with open source LLM? Yes, I am working with open source LLM. I'm working with fucking.
Well, I'm blasted off right now. It's crazy. Are you in space with me?
Uh,
Or are you still in the Earth's atmosphere? Because I'm down near to the moon, fool.
are you to the moon?
Almost. Where are you in the stratosphere, man? Are you out of it? Are you in space?
I'm in the Space Town. Hey, did you add links to your profile?
Yes. My website.
Okay, so yeah, check it out. It should look way
Do you want me to
cooler.
do you want me to stream my screen?
Yeah. Screen is screen.
Starting broadcast in 2, 1, go. All right. I am refreshing.
Oh, that's so dope. I love how Riverside
Wait,
shows me the chat.
it's still the same, isn't it?
Sonny was good, man. Was
You
good,
didn't change
Sonny.
anything. Hold on, let me open a new tab. I'm looking at the profile page, right?
Yeah.
What'd you change?
Did you add links to your profile? Oh, hold on.
Yeah, my website.
Let me see. Slack. Go to Slack real quick. Bro, you're good. You're good host for my streams because while I'm working, you could be talking.
I need some water. I'm so cotton mouth right now. It
10:53.
is intense.
Did I just do that or what?
Oh shit! I forgot. I got 5 boiled eggs.
You go to Elon? What is it?
Hopefully I got them right.
Oh my
Nah,
god.
I just ate a bunch of meatloaf. I'm not gonna eat those eggs right now.
Oh my god. What is that shit called? I'm trying to figure out what am I looking for again. I lost my train of thought.
Talking about trains, man.
Bro, come on,
Amtrak
stop,
was
stop.
crazy.
Oh, okay,
Okay,
okay, okay, okay. I thought you were gonna say something.
no, yeah, no. Okay, so talking about Amtrak, right? My first experience, it was well, I've only been on it twice, both same routes, same trips up to visit my grandmother in Pennsylvania. But I remember the first one, my first experience, I was like, oh damn, this is kind of crazy. But I ended up being put at the very, pretty much the caboose of the train. So I was in the very back, and I had the very back seat too. So like right outside the door. Actually, no, I take that back. I was only in the caboose from like St. Louis to was it to Chicago? Anyway, so there was this dude that was on there, and I was like, damn, this dude look kind of sketchy, because I brought my computer and stuff, and I wanted to work on it, but you got to leave your stuff on the train because I didn't have a room. I just had a basic seat. I was like, man, I don't, I don't, I don't feel comfortable putting this, whatever. But ended up, he was kind of cool, and so I ended up pulling out my computer to work on it a little bit, but I took that shit with me. And the only bag that I left
Mm.
was my food bag because I looked at like I looked at the food on the train for those long, long hours on there. I was like, man, I'm just gonna bring stuff that I know is good and not this like microwaved and all these seed oils and all this stuff and microwave bread. Like I'm good on that. That's all they do is just microwave shit. So I was like, all right, what I brought, I had to think what will last for this 2 day train trip, 3 day train trip. I can't remember, 2 or 3 days. And so, first thing that comes to mind, all right, first I'm gonna need some ice packs or something to keep the shit cool for as long as I can. And make sure I have a bag or a lunchbox that has, some type of uh, insulation, right? I forgot what, actually, I didn't even bring a bag that first time that had insulation. I didn't bring anything that had. Oh, actually, okay. So I had a bag that had a big bag that had the food, and a smaller bag lunchbox thing that had the insulation for like what I was trying to eat, and which was sandwiches. So sandwiches was like my main meal that I was going to rely on. That I knew that could last and be okay for the trip. And then, so have you ever had Korean food called kimbap?
Nah, what's that?
People look at it and think it's sushi, but it's pretty much just a roll, and it has spinach in it, carrots, the Korean radish, maybe some crab meat, bean sprouts, and stuff like that. So it's like a snack kind of thing. So my mom made me some of those that I could take on the trip. So those were going to spoil the quickest. So those were obviously going to be the first things that I ate, and then I would save the sandwiches. But also, you got to have snacks because you got to have snacks. And then obviously you want to have water because I mean you could buy drinks and stuff, but why buy drinks there at a higher price for a smaller bottle when you can buy big, get you a fucking gallon for $1. You know what I'm saying? And then you want to get some like Gatorades and some. I didn't think about getting cans of Coke. I'm not really into drinking like too much soda and stuff, so maybe I do some like sports drinks or maybe a juice if I can or a tea. I think I did tea. Yeah, tea, iced tea. But yeah, I had some like chips and Pringles and stuff, maybe some candies and some beef jerky, high protein, keep you kind of full. Something that's not gonna spoil. But I remember, man, I rationed it perfectly, and I ran out of food. Oh, actually, I had a little bit of extra food at the very end, but like the main things, the majority of it was gone. Um, but the thing that sucked on the second trip back, the second time I rode Amtrak back from, I think it was like Chicago down to Texas, I had ran out of food because we were stuck on the track because I think there was either an accident or some cargo trains were taking too much time. And so we were stuck there for like 6 hours just in this one spot. And I remember getting back. Yeah, it was about 6, 7 hours because I was supposed to be back at like something like 6 or 7 in the morning. Ended up getting back like after 12. And, you know, not having a room that has a shower and stuff, you're you're just sitting in your shit for like 3 days, you know? So you're not showering, you can't change clothes. I mean, you could change clothes, but I wasn't really gonna do that because what's the point? I'm already fucking dirty, and I don't want to like have to repack dirty shit with clean shit and try to deal with all that. So yeah, I was like fucking. After that trip, I was like, damn, It's gonna be a while before I get back on a long Amtrak trip like this. But the first time I got tickets, I pretty much bought them like retail price. The second time, I got the tickets during. So every so often, Amtrak has this deal that gives you, I think it's like 10 legs for like $500, and a
Oh yeah, you,
leg.
you just told me about that.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
this
if
is
you
for
want
the
to,
for the viewers.
can you show your camera? When you go into story time, you should show your camera.
Oh yeah. Okay. I wasn't even realizing. I didn't even realize I was in story time at the time. I was just story timing. Okay. So meeting live broadcast to meet has stopped due to stop presenting.
Sure.
What does that mean?
Wait, what did it say?
I don't know. The prompt is gone. But anyway, so yeah, that ticket was like $4.99, and each leg that what is considered a leg is when you get on and off a train. So from Dallas to, I think it was like Pittsburgh, is 2 legs because I'm on the train from Dallas to Chicago, where then I have to switch trains. So that's 1 leg from Dallas to Chicago. Chicago to Pittsburgh is another leg. So that, and then going back, that's 4 legs. So I had 6 legs left, and that price was the same price as like a retail ticket. So I had 6 more legs to go. I think it might have been, I might have used 2 more legs on that because I think there was actually another train from Pittsburgh to some like a small town closer. But uh yeah, so the pricing was great, and sometimes it's even lower. I think sometimes they said it's like 4.90 or 3.99, but whatever. And
Mm.
then so I was like, man, where can I go? What can I do? But I was thinking of just taking a trip down to Austin or San Antonio, because that's 1 leg, and it's not going to take too much time. Because I looked at the times, and in driving, what does it take to get to Austin? Like 3 hours, 4 hours, right?
From where?
3 hours,
From you?
Dallas to Austin, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it takes about that much time. But like on the Amtrak, I was looking at it, and obviously it's not like you just start from Dallas and you go straight to Austin. No, there's multiple smaller station stops in between
Yeah.
that people use for shorter travel. So I think the time is going to be like, I think it was like 10 to 12 hours, or what? Do you know? Is it like, it's like eight, maybe 8, 9 hours or something? It was damn near like half a day to get from Dallas to Austin on the Amtrak,
Yeah.
which would have been nice because it's like, it's whatever, it's not, you're not staying on it overnight kind of thing. But like the whole mentality that you have to have doing the long trip that I did is this seat is going to be your seat for what, these 17 hours, 20 something hours to from Dallas to Chicago. And then the Dallas to Chicago trains aren't that great. They're they took away the observation car on that.
Yeah.
So you're
Them
stuck
taking
pretty
away
much.
them taking away the observation car is the craziest shit I've ever experienced in my entire life.
But that's like that line is the only one that doesn't have the observation deck now. Like they took
Oh.
them out during COVID, but this is the Texas Eagle is the only one that doesn't have the observation deck. So you're stuck in that seat. I mean, yeah, you can walk around and stuff, but you have nowhere to walk around to. So you're pretty much stuck in that seat for that whole trick. And then from like when you go more east, the trains get better because they use trains more often. So yeah, that those trains were a little bit. Actually, I take that back. No, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I think Chicago to Pittsburgh was a better train. I think it was probably Pittsburgh to the other one that was not that great. But oh, this is crazy though. So, all right, so starting out my trip from I forgot what small town it was, but it was close to where I was staying at from where my grandma's house is, and it was like an hour drive. So my uncle took me to that station, and we went there a little bit earlier, and they were having this like multicultural festival that day. And so we walked around to kill some time. And then when we get back to the little station, there was like only a small handful of people getting on the train because it was a small station. And then I see this one guy walk in, and who's following him is a fucking cop, right? I'm like, damn, that's strange. But I really think anything of it. And then I see, like, that's when me and my uncle went to go walk through that little festival. We come back, they're still there. And come to find out, we had this dude that just got out of prison on the fucking train, right? And he was on the train from that little town all the way to Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh, I had like, I don't know, like a 6 hour layover or something there. And that station is not very nice. It's not very big, but I did have time to kill. So I was just walking around Pittsburgh that day or that night, I think. And I was running into a whole, like, I had my big ass backpack on and I was rolling around a suitcase behind me and all through fucking Pittsburgh by myself. And I was taking my camera out. I ran into some dude that was a photographer because I saw him taking pictures of this little area that was like a little fountain that had some neon lights and stuff, nice leading lines. And so started talking to him. He ended taking me like from this convention center across the Allegheny River down two exits to where the Pittsburgh Pirates play their baseball games. And we were taking pictures of the water, and I was like, fuck, man, I'm going to be so fucking tired getting back on this train because all this walking. Because damn near the whole 6 hours, I was just like out there walking, just blowing off time. And as it was getting closer to the time the train was going to come from Pittsburgh to Chicago, I go to this place to go get a sub sandwich. They call them hoagies up there. But I got a hoagie to pack up to take on the trip. And I make my way back to the bus station. And then that dude that was sitting outside, he was the guy that had just got released from prison and shit. And I was smoking a cigarette and he asked me for one. I was like, yeah, I'll give it to him. And then we started talking. And that's how I figured out, like, that's when he told me about what was going on and stuff. He was telling me he had no money. He had this card, but he didn't know how to use it and stuff. He had no phone. So he asked to borrow my phone to call his people that were going to pick him up. And then we started chopping it up. I ended up giving him half of that sandwich that I just got because, he didn't have no money and shit. And he was about to go back home. So I was like, fuck it, He's on his last leg. He'll be home in a minute. It'll be all good. Because he couldn't sleep. Yeah, he couldn't sleep anywhere because like that layover, he stayed up the whole time staying at the bus station because he had no phone, no communication, no way of really knowing the time and shit. But he couldn't sleep because coming from prison, he was high alert and surrounded by all these people at the bus station. He just couldn't. He didn't feel comfortable, and he had to stay awake for I think 3 or 4 more hours to his next stop. Because he had like his daughter's birthday or something that day. He had to go to her party. I was like, damn, dude, you're not getting no fucking sleep tonight. Because we were gonna get to, but it was crazy. I was like, damn, man, this fool came from this little ass station, coming from prison, and I don't know if he thought like I had gone to prison or whatever. I don't know. I'm able to like literally, I can talk to anybody. They can be high class, they can be low class, they can be rich, they can be poor, they can be any race. As long as I can communicate through language, I can talk to anybody, fool. I think that's one of my powers. Because I remember when I visited my grandparents in Pennsylvania one year, I had taken the bus. I will never take the bus ever again in my life. Most horrible experiences I've ever dealt with. If you're over like if you're over like 5'8", the bus is not for you. Anyway, so I was in this little town, waiting for the bus to come pick me up, and my aunt had taken me at the time. And we get to this bus station, and I'm like literally the only person that's gonna go on the bus at that station. And we're sitting in there, and it's like the size of like your living room. There's no really attendance or anything. It's just a little room. And I was in one bench on one wall. And for some reason, my aunt didn't sit next to me. She sat on the an opposite wall. And then this fucking random homeless lady comes walking in and sits right next to me. And my aunt said after the fact, she was like, I saw her. I saw her come in, and I was like, so glad she didn't sit next to me. But then I saw you, and she sat next to you, and I was like, how is she gonna deal with it? And I was able to fucking talk to this lady, have a conversation with her. She didn't speak clearly because I don't know, she either on drugs or fucked up or whatever. But I was like, I could decipher what emotions were coming across, so I just matched that back, and we had like a nice little interaction, I guess you could say, not a conversation, just an interaction. And then she kind of got up and left. And my aunt was like, I would have freaked out if that was me, because just that vibe that she was giving off. I was like, oh man, she could literally flip at any fucking moment, because unpredictable or whatever. But I just calmly just,
Nice.
are you still coding? What the fuck are you doing?
1,000 kilobytes. Yes, I am.
Would watch Nickelodeon every Saturday night. Snick, you ever heard of that?
Mm-hmm. Good.
But the imagination of a fucking kid. I remember there was this kid that we had in school. There was this kid named Andre, and I think it was like fourth or fifth grade. Yeah, I was in Andrew's. Me and Andrew were in the same class from third grade, fourth grade, and fifth grade. Okay, yeah. So I think it was like either fourth or fifth grade. But there was this kid named Andre that nobody liked because he was just so fucking obnoxious and kind of a bully, right? But he had no friends, so he had no backup. So he was like a lone bully. But I don't know, he was like Filipino or Cambodian or something, because this little motherfucker, he had a mustache. He was the only kid in our grade in the school that had a fucking mustache. But I remember one day he had like ventured into like Andrew's neighborhood, and so we were on bikes, and I was the only one that had a mountain bike because I was like a taller kid. So my mom bought me a mountain bike while all the other kids were still on the little like kid bikes and shit. But anyway, I remember that road that Andrew lived on had got paved, but it was weird. They didn't like, how the streets that they have in Dallas and Austin, it's pretty much concrete. But for some reason, this road, it was like asphalt, and then they put a whole bunch of little like tiny rocks, like sharp rocks on top of it. And a lot of those rocks, like on the edges, they didn't adhere to the tar. So they were just like kind of, by the curb, kind of just stacked up. So I remember we had wars. So when we get leaves from the tree, the big leaves, the biggest leaf we could, and with the stem, and we make pretty much hand grenades, and we would put those loose rocks into the leaf, and then kind of fold them over. And me and Andrew were fucking throwing those at Andre to the point where he fucking cried and like rode off crying, and like I don't know why we did that, but he was just a little bitch ass, so I didn't feel bad. And then in 5th grade, it was on my way walking back home. It was on the day of show and tell, I think. And we had our show and tell was things that we can cook, so it was all food based. And there was this kid, he was almost like my rival in elementary school because I was known as like the best artist, the drawer, but he was better than me because he had a certain style. And then so I kind of resented him a little bit. And his name was Ricardo. And I still remember this fool. I think his mom probably drank or something because he was super skinny and he kind of walked with a limp. Like everywhere he walked, something was wrong with his legs. So he had a little limp. But he was super skinny. But his mom was so fucking hot. Like I remember she was a pretty woman back then, and this was me in like 5th grade. So I wasn't even really into women and shit, but I just recognized that she was pretty. But anyway, one day we were walking back, and I was on my bike, and he was walking with this other girl that was in our class. And his show and tell was something like with toast or something. So he brought a toaster, and he was walking with the toaster under his arm. And I forgot what was going on, but I ended up calling him. His name was Ricardo. I started calling him Retardo. So you get it? You get it? Yeah, it's okay. I call him Retardo, and he got so fucking mad at me, dude. And he started running after me with his little gimp leg, and he started whipping me with the cord of the toaster. And I remember I was like struggling to get my bike to go fast because, like I told you, I had a fucking mountain bike. So those gears on those are big, and it takes a lot to get the pedal going. So it took me so fucking long to go. Oh, Alex, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, because my AirPods died. Okay, so I was like running from this kid. I was trying to ride my bike from this fucking kid, but I couldn't get any speed. So he whipped me a good 3 or 4 times before I can actually start getting off. And I remember I was crying and he was crying. And I remember I looked back once and then he was still chasing after me. And then after that, I jetted back home.
Damn.
Yeah, I still remember his face. He was so mad, fool. And then when I was in middle school, I went to go up to live with my dad in Washington. And he had a new wife. Or I don't know if they had gotten married yet. But anyway, he was living with this new woman. And she had a son that was 3 years younger than me. And I remember I had one of my friends that slept over. And we were playing in the backyard. And my little stepbrother wanted to play with us. And I was like, no, I don't want to play with you. And then so he started whining, and I was like, okay. So what we were doing, like me and my friend, we were just like kicking the ball in the backyard. Like we didn't have a soccer ball, so we were kicking a basketball back and forth. And so I was like, all right, his name was Carl, my stepbrother. So I was like, all right, Carl, go stand on the other side of the yard and make a hoop with your arm. You know, we're gonna shoot the basketball into the hoop. And I did this intentionally, and I'm surprised that my aim was so good. So I look over to my friend. I'm like, watch this. I chucked that shit straight at his fucking head, and it hit him. Ding! And then he fucking went down. That shit was so loud for like the slap of the basketball to the side of his head, because he was looking forward. I told him to stand sideways, so his arms were out in front of him. And I fucking like dodgeballed that shit straight to his head. He ran inside and he fucking snitched on me so quick. But the first thing he did, he ran inside because I chased him because I knew he was gonna go tell. And then I chased him, and he ran inside the door, and he locked it before I can get in. And then I had to run to the other side of the house to try to get in, but he beat me there, and he met me there, and he locked it again. And then I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna get it," and I got in trouble for that shit. It was worth it though. To see that little motherfucker go down. Oh, you know what else? Okay, so same era. I was in Washington with my dad in middle school, and we had just moved out of the trailer park into a house that had an acre and a half of yard, and it was wintertime, and I had one of my friends from the trailer park come spend the night, and we were outside in the backyard. We were building a fort. And then once again, same situation. My little stepbrother wanted to play, and I didn't want him to play. And so he came out. He was wearing my dad's old military jacket. So it was too big for him. So his arms, the sleeves were a lot longer than his arms. And I don't know. We started arguing or something, and he started like swinging his arms around, but the sleeves were so long and they had like a button on the end of it, and it hit my face, and like my nose started to bleed a little bit. And once he saw that fool, he fucking jetted straight to the door. And I remember and at that house, it had big sliding glass doors. And right when he got to the door and was gonna open it, at that time I had a snowball and I chucked it, and I almost hit his fucking face. It was like a foot from his face. It hit the door. Like it went boom, and it was like right in front of his face, and he stopped. Like he was so surprised that shit happened, and he looked back at me, and I was like picking up, and I was about to throw another one, and then he fucking jetted inside, and I was like, I got in trouble again, and I got grounded that day, and then my friend was still there, and then my dad was like, all right, you have to, my punishment was I had to break all the ice on the driveway. In that house, it was like kind of like a country house. So we didn't have a cement driveway. It was all gravel. And so it was just a layer of ice. And you couldn't use a shovel or anything because, it's too many rocks. So I had to go out there with the hammer and literally hammer the ground to break the ice wide enough for tire tracks to go in. And I was just sitting there hammering this the whole fucking time. And while my friend was like still here. And so my little stepbrother ended up playing with him. And then I remember my friend comes out because he was like, he didn't want to play with my stepbrother. He wanted to come play with me. So he was like, I'll just help you. And then my stepbrother comes out with his little, bubble yum, like the bubble by the foot stuff. It's like bubble gum that's rolled up in a little strip. But anyway, so he comes out and he offers my friend some gum. And he was like, oh, yeah, can I give some to Johnny? And he was like, no, that's for you. And he was like, oh, okay. So he took the gum. And as my stepbrother was walking away, he split it and gave me half of it. And then, yeah, that's all I remember. I think his parents came and picked him up and shit. But that little motherfucker.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, man. Did I ever tell you I got cancer?
No. You mentioned that the other day.
So after that, I was kind of over living with my dad. So this was my 8th grade year.
Damn.
And I had already talked to my mom. She was like, why don't you come back down here and live with me for high school? And I hadn't told my dad at the time. And he was like, oh no, I just discussed that with my mom. I was already planning on it. And then I remember I was always getting in trouble without getting in trouble because my stepbrother was just like a little demon. But I remember my dad was like trying to yell at me and be mean and like punish me. And he was like, what do you want me to do? Send you back to your mother? I was like, I'm already gonna go back with my mom. We already talked about it. And then like I remember he couldn't, like, he was shocked. He was stunned. He didn't expect that answer. So he didn't say anything after that. And then like I don't really remember any in between time from that argument till like when I left. But I remember we lived like where they make treetop apple juice is in Selah, Washington. And that's where I lived. And then so we had to drive like 3 or 4 hours to Seattle to get to the airport. And I remember I was all packed. We were about to leave, and I was gonna say bye to all the dogs. There was 3 of them, 3 big dogs. I remember I went into the kennel. I was sitting on the ground. I was petting him, and the biggest one fucking threw up on me. Like literally, no joke, threw up on me as I was saying goodbye, about to get in the car to go to the airport. So I had to change all those clothes into some clothes that I was going to leave behind because I wasn't going to take with me. So I ended up getting on the plane looking like a fucking bum, you know, because all I had was clothes that I would wear when I was like punished and shit. And I was just like, how, like, what are the fucking chances of that happening? You know, I get thrown up on by the dog as I'm trying to go to the airport. But yeah, when I get back, or when I get to Texas, my mom had moved from down there in Killeen up to Plano. So I was going to a Plano high school, and their high schools are weird because they have like junior highs and then they have senior highs. So it's 9th and 10th grade in one, and then you go to the senior high, which is 11th and 12th. So I was only there for 9th grade. And I had like my best friend there. It was a little black kid. His name was Timmy. I forget his last name, but he was from Kalamazoo, Michigan. And I thought he was joking with me because I was like, I never heard of Kalamazoo, and it doesn't sound like a real place, especially for a 9th grader. But I remember it was during spring break. We were playing basketball in the apartments, and it was 2-on-2, me and Timmy against 2 other kids. And I remember it was our possession. Timmy was at the top of the key, and he was like about to shoot, and he was like, Johnny, get the rebound. I was like, okay. So I go under the rim, and he shoots, he misses, and I go up for the rebound, and I don't know what it was, but I felt something in the back of my neck. It felt like an explosion, like it wasn't like a pop, but it was like a pop. It was almost like, you ever stepped on on a on a spider that was pregnant, and if you step on the spider that's pregnant, like all the babies just start scrambling out.
Yep. I think, yeah. Yeah, actually, what am I talking about? Yeah.
So that's like, that visual is how it felt. And as I come down for the rebound, I'm just like, all of a sudden I feel really weak, and I didn't know what was going on. And then, like I was telling Timmy, I think it was like close to the end of the game, so we might have finished out the game. But I was like, man, I'm so tired. So we go and we walk to Timmy's apartment, and for some reason, like his mom didn't have any furniture, so their living room was all just open. So I remember we walked in, and I lay on the floor, and I'm just like exhausted, like beyond exhausted. I'm just laying on the ground, staring at the fucking ceiling fan going round and round. And I don't know, I don't remember going home or whatever, but I remember trying to go to school. Like after, it was like near the end of spring break, but I remember trying to go to school, and I couldn't even walk to the bus stop without getting exhausted. And then on the way, trying to walk to the bus stop, I had thrown up stomach acid, so it come out all like fluorescent yellow kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, fuck, I can't even make it to the bus stop. But I think I gone to school maybe once or twice. Oh, okay. So after that, I had walked home, and I called my mom at work. I was like, I'm sick. I can't make it to school or whatever. So I think after she got back from work, she took me to the clinic, and they were running a bunch of tests, and they couldn't figure it out. So because I was having bad headaches too. So they just gave me medicine for migraines. And I remember I had to take those pills to school because I was supposed to take them during the day and shit. So I would have to go to the nurse to take the pills and then go back to class or whatever. But I remember I couldn't even make it in between classes. Like, I get so fucking exhausted. I couldn't walk from my locker to go to my locker to get my shit to go to my other class. Like, I had to sit down and take a break. But anyway, ended up, yeah, we ended up going back to the clinic because they couldn't figure out what was going on. So they're like, you know what? We're going to send you to Children's Hospital in Dallas. And that's when I found out I had cancer. Or no. They sent me to a regular hospital close by. That's where they found out I had cancer. They said, I remember this too. I had to take a shit really bad. And I remember I didn't take a shit before I went to go to that doctor. But they ended up saying that my platelets were so low that I needed to get 9 packets of blood transfused into me that day. And they said literally if I had waited one more day, they said I would have actually died.
Damn.
Because my shit was so low. And then after that, they took me to Children's Hospital in Dallas from Plano. And that first week, I had gone through so much chemo that I literally don't remember anything but a couple memories from that first week. I was pretty much, I wouldn't say a coma, but like coma-esque, to where it's really, really hazy for me. That's something I can't remember much from that time.
Jeez.
But yeah, then I had to go through chemo, and they had to put me on the homebound program from high school. So like, my mom couldn't work anymore. So at that time, her boyfriend allowed us to go live with him here in Louisville. And so I was going to school in Louisville. And the crazy thing is, like, I didn't have to take my 9th grade finals because I got cancer. So I ended up passing 9th grade, just, I guess, like a sympathy thing. But 10th grade, like, I had no opportunity really to make friends. I was going through chemo, so I lost my hair. So every once in a while, I would go to school. It'd be like, oh, look, who is this guy? So obviously the attention is going to be on the guy that you hardly ever see. And then I remember my hair, I had to get it cut really short because it was just falling out so much from chemo. And I got it buzzed, and like, it was so thin that I remember I was in biology class, first period in 10th grade. This kid that's sitting behind me, like, really loud as we're studying, everyone's studying, he's just like, dude, what's up with your hair? And I was like, oh my God, why? So I turned back to him because he was sitting right behind me. And the only things I ever said to him during my whole high school time was, I got cancer. And I just turned back around and just did my work. And ever since then, he never said anything to me ever again, hardly ever saw him. And then later that year, the schools up here, they have a program for cancer treatment called Pasta for Pennies. And I guess people in the administration found out that, they had a cancer kid in their school. So they had approached me, and they were like, hey, would it be cool if we have you as like the face of Pasta for Pennies for our school? And I was like, nah, I don't really want to do that. Like, when you're going through that shit, you just want to be a normal kid. So anything to draw attention to that is something that you don't want to deal with. And then the only reason I ended up agreeing to it, because they were like, oh yeah, we're going to reimburse you for everything, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, I can sacrifice being the face of this if I'm getting some type of, compensation. But there was no compensation. I don't know. They kind of exploited me and my picture and my illness for, them to get a big donation from Pasta for Pennies. But anyway, so when they ran the Pasta for Pennies program, it was during lunch period. So in my class, we would go to class, and then we'd have lunch period in the middle of the class, and then come back to that same class. And then when we came back from lunch is when they did like kind of announcements and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when they were talking about like, that's when they announced the Pasta for Pennies program. And I remember the teacher was going through the whole flyer or whatever, and they were talking about, oh yeah, you know, we have someone in the school that's dealing with it, and they put my name in there and shit. And this girl that's once again sitting behind me, a couple seats to the right, like in the middle, she just kind of blurts out, she's like, "Who is that?" And then the kid that was sitting right in front of him literally looked at her like, "Are you serious? Are you stupid?" He was like, "That's him right there, sitting right there." And she felt so embarrassed. And then for me, I was like, damn, I'm really nobody in this fucking school. You don't even know me, and I'm in your class, but they're exploiting me. And like, I instantly regretted that shit, like agreeing to that at that point, but it was already too late. But yeah, that shit was crazy.
That's fucked up. Well, that's crazy. I'm sorry, I didn't know that. How did you how did like everything go? Like, did you heal or whatever?
Yeah, the crazy thing is that I didn't understand in the beginning is they actually kill and get rid of the cancer like the first week with all the treatment. And then you having to go back for the treatment is just to, you know, keep it away. And then you do it for a certain amount of time. It was like, I think I had to go through treatment actually through my whole high school career from, well, 10th grade to like 12th grade. I was going through treatment for like years. And then you go into a point where you're at remission. I think that's based off of like your blood levels and all this type of shit. Because I had leukemia, which is a blood cancer. So I think it affects your platelets and like your red blood cells, white blood cells, just all the blood. But I think like once you get to a certain point, you're in remission. So at that point, you don't have to do treatment anymore. You just go back for like a yearly checkup. And yeah, since I think I stopped going to my yearly checkups like 5 or 6 years after. So I haven't really gone for that. But yeah, I think I'm good right now. I feel like a lot of it was due to my diet. I just think it wasn't a good diet at the time because my mom was working a lot. So it was a lot of like processed food I was eating at the time and a lot of it. So I think that kind of, because I think my like, because I was doing some research about like cancer and shit, and it's a lot to do with pH levels in your body. And I think my pH level was too acidic, which is something that like what cancer kind of comes from. Is like if you're too acidic with your body, then you're more susceptible to get cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I remember like so how I got treatment was they have this device, it's called a portacath. I think it's probably short for like portable catheter. But anyway, it looks like, you know, those things that the doctors have to hear your heart, you know, they put in their ears, the stethoscope.
Yeah.
So imagine the stethoscope, the piece that you put to your chest with the cord, but without the earpieces, a smaller version. They put that in your chest, and then they hook that cord into a valve into your heart. So they get a needle, like when you're getting your treatment, they get a needle and they put it in the portacath, and then that pumps into your bloodstream, so it pumps throughout your body, and that's how they administer the treatment. And I remember, like, cause it's right under the skin. I still have the scar from it too, but I remember this one time. So one of the side effects to one of the treatments is it dulls your nerves. So your reaction times aren't that great. Your coordination is not that great. And I remember I was trying to like jog a little bit because it was after church. It was on a Sunday, kind of jogging towards the car. And then my feet kind of drag as I'm trying to jog. And then like I fall. And it's like right at the edge of the parking lot. And I fall on my chest. onto a curb, and it was literally like an inch above where the portacath was. And I was like, oh my God, I was so close to fucking shit up really bad. And I was just so glad that it didn't.
Damn.
But something that's crazy though, crazier, is I was at the time, I don't know if it's happened before, but at the time I was the only known case to have my portacath cord or tube disconnect from my heart valve. Because the reason the way they found out is because when they were administering chemo, I felt like a weird tingling in my chest, and we couldn't figure it out. So they ended up like doing X-rays and doing tests, and they found the tube had disconnected. So they had to go back in and reconnect it. But the way they had to do it was, you know how they have those instruments? It's like a little claw that goes in, and it's like a little camera, so they're kind of navigating. But for some reason, they had to go in like from my groin area up through my chest to kind of do it. I don't know why, but I remember I had to go under anesthesia, and I was coming out of anesthesia at the end, and I was literally strapped down. My wrists were strapped down, my head was strapped down, and the surgery took like 6 hours compared to like 3 it was supposed to be. And I was waking up, I was like stiff, you know, I had been laying there, so I just like asking them, I was like, can you just undo my head so I can like move my neck because it's so uncomfortable. They wouldn't even let me do that. They were like, you need to stay as still as possible. Fuck, man, this is intense. So that's like going through that whole ordeal. That's why I don't like surgery. I don't like going to the doctor. I don't like taking pills. If I can do anything naturally, that's the avenue I'm going to go before I go under the knife or have to take pills. Because, yeah, I had to take a lot of pills, and it was just not a good time.
Damn, man, that's crazy. I low key. Damn, I didn't know all that shit.
Yeah, so honestly, I feel like I've been on borrowed time for a long time.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
You got some skin in the game. Some truth seeking.
Damn, that's my podcast interview.
Yeah.
Damn, you want to hear the story how I got lucky?
Hell.
All right, so let me tell you. Okay, so all my life I had grown up with dogs. When I lived in Killeen, when I lived in Washington with my dad. But when I came back down here, I didn't have any animals. We lived in an apartment. My mom's boyfriend had cats. I wasn't until my second or third year in college at UTA, I was like, man, I really miss having a dog. So one day, I look up and I go to the shelter. No intention of getting any dog. I just wanted to be around the dogs and just see who was there, right? So I go to the Arlington shelter, and the way they have their buildings set up, it's like they're long buildings, right? They almost look like barracks, like they're kennels. So there was one, and then 3 next to each other. So it kind of looked like an L. First one you go through, I saw this dog that I really liked. It was like a little German Shepherd looking dog. It was a puppy, only like 4 or 5, maybe 6 months old. But he wasn't available at the time. So I was like, damn, okay, let me keep looking because I'm only in the first kennel, right? So I'm walking. I get to the next kennel. That's where the more dangerous dogs were. So I was like, not really ready for that. So I go to the next one. Nothing memorable in there. And I get to the very last one. I'm walking down, not really connecting to any of these animals, right? And I get to the very second to last cage on the left. And I see this beautiful little golden puppy. Her ears were down. She seemed so scared and nervous and just so happy that someone's there. And luckily, that last kennel area, all those dogs were available to be adopted that day. So I look at the papers. This little dog's name is Sarah. I'm like, huh. Let me just go see. So I take her papers and I go inside and I'm talking to the dude about adopting her, see what it is. And he was like, okay, there's just a $25 fee. And at that time, being a college kid, $25 is a lot on top of like the investment of having a dog. I was like, nah, I can't do that. He was like, what is it, the fee? I was like, yeah, man. And he was like, all right, I'll waive the fee. I was like, okay. And I'm getting lucky. And I remember I didn't know she was a shepherd until she got in the car. Because the whole time at the kennel, at the shelter, her ears were down. So I thought she was a little floppy-eared dog. And we get into the car. It was one of only 2 times in her whole life she sat in the front seat. And that's when I saw her ears pop up. And I was like, oh, I thought it was a golden German Shepherd because I didn't know what a Belgian Malinois was at the time. So I was like, oh, yeah, I got this little golden German Shepherd. And then I get home. My best friend Sandeep comes over. And he's like, oh, that's so cool. I want a dog. So I shit you not. We go to the very next day to the same shelter. And I was just going to walk him through. And you remember I mentioned that dog that I wanted at the beginning, the little German Shepherd puppy?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to show him that one because like he was like one of the first few dogs that you see when you walk in. And he wasn't in the cage anymore. I was like, that's strange. Maybe he's getting shots or something, you know? So we're walking him down and everything, and he's not really connecting with any of the dogs. And then we get to the very last kennel area, and I was like going to show him where I got lucky, right? I was like, oh yeah, right here is where I got my dog. And I shit you not, the dog that I first wanted was in that cage because Lucky was like only a month or so older than Leo, and they kind of looked alike, right? So I guess they were just like, all right, we'll just replace Lucky with Leo. And I'm like, I tell Sandy, I was like, damn, this is the dog that I wanted yesterday, but he wasn't able to be taken that day. And I was like, dude, this is a sign. Like, you got to take him. And then thankfully he did. And then so we got him. And then like I had already named Lucky at that time. And I was like, oh, you got to name him with something with an L. And then Sandeep's a Leo. So he was just like, I just call him Leo. So it's Lucky and Leo. And then like we got them a day apart. So they grew up together for the most part. And then at the end, like when my best friend he got married and had some kids, like he couldn't really take care of Leo anymore. So for the last like 3 or 4 years of Leo's life, I was able to I was taking care of him. So I ultimately ended up getting both dogs that I wanted.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And I can't tell you how powerful you will feel walking 2 big dogs off the leash everywhere and anywhere. Like when I walk Lucky, it's like, okay, yeah, this is cool, right? I'm a badass without a leash, you know? But when you got Lucky and Leo both walking really well, stopping at edges, listening and shit, you feel powerful because it's like no one is going to come up to you with 2 dogs off the leash walking like that. And if they do, they better know who the fuck the dogs are, you know what I'm saying? But not like, I'm not saying Lucky and Leo were aggressive or anything, but like just cautious for yourself. You see 2 dogs off the leash, you're going to be like, hold on, I don't know them. This is kind of unpredictable. So you feel powerful, you know? So every time for those few years that I had Lucky and Leo walking, I was like, nobody's touching me. Hell yeah. And it's crazy because Lucky, for a big dog, she went a lot of places. Like I took her a lot of places. Like I took her to this little bar place that a long time ago where Mecca was performing. We were talking to the owners and stuff, and I took her there, like as they were discussing. So she's been in like a club. She's been in the fucking Alamo, fool. Dogs aren't allowed in the Alamo. And the reason I got her in the Alamo was because I didn't know that dogs weren't allowed. And I didn't see the sign until I was inside. So I was like, oh, she's special. She went through the Alamo.
Damn.
But we didn't get in trouble or anything. So it was cool. And then like we took a road trip. I took her up to Pennsylvania, like in a car. Took a road trip up there. Oh, this is crazy. So we took a road trip up to Pennsylvania. I was in my Volkswagen Golf at the time. And it was probably like 2010, I would say. I took a trip up to Pennsylvania. I was driving. And so, you know, to go to Pennsylvania, you kind of go up to Ohio and then you kind of curve over into Pennsylvania. But on the way back, this is before smartphones, right? This is before internet accessibility. Like we had internet, but like not through phones, mobile devices and shit. So we get to this rest stop in Ohio, random Ohio. And, you know, we're walking along the fence and it wasn't a real fence. It was like a barbed wire fence. And Lucky's walking along the edge. And all of a sudden she hears something on the other side. It's like high grass, trees and stuff. And she literally jets right under the barbed wire and it hooks her right between the eyes. And it takes off a chunk of skin about the size of a quarter off of her fucking forehead. So she has this big ass exposed pink spot of flesh in the middle of her forehead. And I'm in Ohio with just a cell phone that's roaming because I think I had Metro PCS back then when it was like, you know, really bad. So we were jumping towers and shit. And I didn't have no access to finding a vet or anything. I had no time either. So what I had to do was go to the gas station, buy Neosporin, and put that shit on her forehead and kept it on her forehead the whole time. I was constantly watching her in the back seat because we had to drive from Ohio all the way down to Texas after that happened. And it ended up healing perfectly. Like you would have never known had I never told you that story, you know? It was crazy. She let out a big yelp, like right when she went under. I was like, what? She comes back with this big pink spot, and I'm like, nah, it looked like a unicorn horn was about to be like growing. But I was like, man, had she gone left or right, half an inch either side, that would have cut her eye. I was like, lucky. It's so fucking lucky, dude. Dude, that was so lucky.
That's crazy.
Man, did I ever tell you she almost caught a duck out of the air? All right, so this one time we were at the park, and the park that I went to at the apartments I was living in North Dallas, it was like a big oval shaped park, but it had a little creek that ran through it. And in the creek had these tall trees. So it was a good separation from the front and the back. And the front had like the playgrounds and stuff like that, a big picnic area. And behind was just grass. And so there was a little community of people that had dogs that would walk their dogs or like come out to the park every day around a certain time. And every once in a while, Lucky would just like go into the creek and just search. Thought nothing of it. One day, I hear some quacking coming from there and a bunch of noise. I'm like, oh shit. And I'm looking for Lucky. She's nowhere to be seen. I'm like, no. And then she comes out from the other side of the creek the front side where all the playgrounds with all the kids and stuff are. I'm like, no. And I see this duck trying to get off the ground, flying like super low as Lucky's chasing right behind her. She's like a few feet away before it starts to catch air, and I'm like, oh my god, thank God that the duck was able to fly off before she caught it and killed it in front of all these kids, which would have got animal control out and all this bullshit I wasn't trying to deal with. But yeah, she almost caught that duck out there. I would have felt proud too, but
the chat loves your stories.
Huh?
The chat loves your stories.
Hell yeah.
Dropping
all right, so
emojis.
So another one, right? This is another kind of hunting story. I was living in apartments, and we were leaving my apartment to start our walk. We had just started our walk, and we're walking through the apartments to kind of go make our way towards the park. And I've always walked her off leash, so I was walking her off leash, and then she catches like the sight of a squirrel, and the squirrel's on the ground at the time, and she's chasing it. She runs towards it. It jukes her. She twists around. She starts chasing it, and this squirrel had nowhere to run but up the side of the building on the apartment. But it got inside a corner. So as it's climbing on the inside of the corner, it gets to the very top where the awning is, where the gutter is. So it couldn't go any higher because it couldn't make the jump. It couldn't climb. So it was stuck there. And this whole time that this is happening, there's a dude that's walking into his apartment in like, I don't know, 20 feet from me. And he stops and he's just walking and watching us. And then as that squirrel is stuck, like everything's a stalemate at the point. So everything's still. I look over at him, and this dude, and his eyes are super wide. He's like, kind of like, what's gonna happen next? And then I look back to Lucky. As I look back to Lucky, I see the squirrel just free fall. It just lets go. It just lets go of the wall. I guess just accepting its fate. And as it's falling down, I see Lucky like, digging her nails in the ground, ready to go. And it hits the ground. Boom. It didn't sound like that. It was more of a thud on the ground. And then the motherfucker bounces a couple inches off the ground after hitting, because it was a 2-story apartment. And then as it bounces, Lucky catches it. Boom. In her mouth. And she gives it a whip. I'm like, look, drop it. And then she drops it. And then I'm looking at the dude. I'm like, oh, fuck. Once again, he's going to call animal control. And he's like, he was washing it. His mouth, his jaw had dropped a little bit at that point. So, slack jaw, his mouth was like open. And he was like, dude, that was fucking crazy. And I was like, I know, fuck. And then I'm calling Lucky back to me. And then Lucky comes back to me. I'm staring at the squirrel, and the squirrel is just laying lifeless on the grass, on the ground. I'm like, oh man, what do I do at this point? I'm not gonna go touch this squirrel, this fucking wild animal. I don't know. It's like in the city. It's a city squirrel. No, thank you. So I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna continue my walk. I know probably a bunch of people saw it through their apartments, but like it was only me and that other guy and Lucky that were out there. So I was like, all right, fucking dip. And then we do our whole walk. I come back the same way because I'm curious to see if, maybe maintenance had come taking care of the squirrel or whatever. And the squirrel's gone. I'm like, I think it was playing dead because I didn't give Lucky a huge opportunity to like go in and kill it. Like I called her off of it really quick. So I'm thinking maybe it was just stunned off of the fall, less off of Lucky catching it, but like more off of the fall. And yeah, it was gone. I was like, oh, that's such a relief. I don't have to worry about nothing. And then yeah, continued off my day. But that was crazy. Yeah. Chat, put some squirrels in the chat.
Drop some squirrels in the chat.
And some nuts, because that squirrel has some nuts. He dropped 2 stories.
Here's nuts. Oh yeah.
What are you working on now, Alex?
You want to refresh? You want to share your screen again, or refresh and show the
3, 2, 1.
I've done a
All
lot.
right. Here's the old, refreshing.
You added links to your profile? Yeah, they're there.
Oh.
Yeah, you like that? You like that right there? Like that link right there? Isn't that dope? I added. Look, isn't that link dope? Isn't that fucking link dope, bruh? Isn't that
It
link
is.
dope?
Can you, instead of. No, that works.
You know what?
Okay. Let me see that. Okay, that works. So this link one still doesn't work.
Mm. What do you mean?
That's the website that you type in. It takes you back to your profile page.
And you're trying to be the shooter?
No, watch. See, takes me back to my profile.
Takes you back to your profile. All right, let me see. Hold on.
Okay, Alex, though. So look, if I put my content on tracks, right, and it's heavily populated, the services, I feel like it should be more prevalent up higher. Is there a way you can present the services less graphically,
Yes.
or maybe take it to a services page?
I can take it to a services page. I mean, no. It'll already have that, but yeah, less graphic-y. Less graphic-y on the service. Like, less, small
Because
graphic,
imagine if
show
I
more.
have more, yeah, because imagine if I have more services, it's going to end up looking like the feed, and it might be a little confusing to discern the two. Because if they might miss the little services tab category type thing, because if they're just scrolling, they don't really notice that. They're just kind of like, it just flows together as the content feed. You know what I'm saying? So if you're like, you have all this content, and you're just scrolling, and you get to this, like if I was to have more services here, it would populate like this visually. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hold on one second.
So damn, that was dope. That light, did you hear that lightning?
Uh-uh.
Well, it just thundered, but the lightning was like super blue. It lit up the fucking like I had my garage open and it lit up the garage. And I think it was only like a couple seconds after that the thunder went off. So it's close. It is raining. Oh fuck! I can use this chair right now. Oh, shit. Well, did I tell you that I was moving all my furniture down here today?
For what? Oh yeah, can I move in or
Oh,
what?
so my mom said that we would have to pay $1,200 each for rent, and then obviously the bills. But I think we're gonna be getting the carpets renovated soon. Because tomorrow she wants to get the
All right, well,
U-Haul and put everything in storage.
I can do 1,200. Just yeah, I just need to know, That's all.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to her about it tomorrow when she's here.
Yeah, I mean, I can make it work.
Because this market right now is not that great. And I was
Yeah.
talking to the lady that was gonna buy the house. She came by today. And she was mentioning like they were looking at all the houses that were around this area and stuff, and people have been dropping their prices, and like the prices are already fairly low. So yeah, I might have to. We might have to talk about it, depending on what price we can get.
Mm. So I'll tell you when, but it should be fixed. But is there anything else you can see in the meantime? I just fixed the social links in the bio. But keep showing me.
What did you fix in the social links?
The website URL fucking up.
No, still goes there.
No, I haven't. It's not finished yet. I'll tell you when.
Oh, okay. Um, Less graphicy services.
Okay, I'll work
And
on
other
it.
than that, I think everything's. Did you change the share link? You clean that?
Here, click on it.
Yeah, I'm testing it right now.
Oh, it works locally. Uh, no, it's not. It's still working. It's not working. Alright, hold up. Share modal. Copy the clipboard. Copy text. So what is this? Console. I'll do this. Is that share modal? Let's just hope it is. It's not that one. What is this? AI content generator? No, we're not gonna need that. Yeah, okay, so that's the right one right here. Go to clipboard, blog copy text, share modal URL. So let's go look for that one. Share model URL, bam. Copy, get share link. I think that's where it is. Share link? Get share link. Yeah, it's adding that in there. So what if so Elon URL content link. So let's look at this. So get share link. What if I put just copy link? What if I put that there, right? And then I just dot right there. Put that right there. That's it. A little refresh right there.
Yeah, I'm changing some stuff to see if it's still working. I just changed my profile picture.
What am I doing here? Share.
Testing those links.
Copy link. Share link. So what if I just remove that there? Don't do any Elon. Bam. Put that there. Content link. Sure. Yeah. Okay, that looks like it fixed it, but still, it puts that right there. Copy. What is that? Redirects route. Yeah, no, actually, that's not what I want. Hold on. Content link. Core service get link. And who's that? No. Core service get link. So that means, ooh, good catch. Core service. Then get link. If it
What
is a
about having a? Can you do something like an email?
hold on.
or contact or way to contact.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. That's why it wasn't working. So that plus URL. Hold on. URL plus. Let's see if that works. Okay. I refresh. Right? This is why the fuck I don't need that shit.
Should I go into story time?
What? Hold on. Oh, let's show you time. You know, run it.
Hold on, I gotta stop sharing my screen, fool. Chill.
Is it Elon that free living in there? Dude, you know, I mean, I could. No, but if I do, if I do free live without $30 to me, I wonder how long that takes. 'Cause then it has to go through that stupid ass server, and then it has to go through that stupid ass server, and then it has to go through. Okay, you know what? Honestly, fuck it. Let it just run it. Let it run it.
Stupid ass server. Stupid ass server.
That was my you know, that was my Bronx voice, not Bronx. I don't know. Whatever.
So when I was living in Carrollton, I had this girlfriend that lived in North Dallas off of Montfort Avenue. And I lived close to the Carrollton Newman Smith, their high school. But I remember I, for some reason, decided to ride my bike from Carrollton to North Dallas. So I started in Carrollton, rode my way through Addison into North Dallas. I remember after that, when I got to her apartment, I was so dead tired that I literally collapsed on the couch and my legs were dead. I could not get up. Was chilling there for a while. Don't know what, but I ended up having an argument with the girlfriend at the time. I was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm gonna ride back home. I ended up getting on my bike, and the first push I tried to do on my pedals, the chain fucking snapped. I'm like, damn. I rode my bike till it broke. I rode my bike till it broke, and then I had to deal with the argument, and I busted my chain. I went back to her house, to her apartment, because I didn't even get far. I was only like 10 steps away. I opened the door, and I'm like, my chain broke. She started laughing, and then it was all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably why I don't remember the fight, because comedy healed it.
Oh, one thing I just remembered right now, I need to fix the QR codes in the share. I'm just saying that for the AI to remember. I need to fix the QR codes in the share. You want to know something crazy? We
Sure.
literally, you know how we were chatting
Mm-hmm.
and talking about all the fucking things? Bro, like, it literally just recorded everything we talked about as bugs. And then after we hung up earlier, I went into Gemini because, you know, everything goes into it and it goes into a Google Doc or transcript. And I was like, you know, there was a bunch of shit we said. And I said, hey, what are the bugs that we mentioned in the transcript? And it found all the bugs that we mentioned out of everything we talked about. Crazy. That revolutionizes testing, bro. That
It was
AI
able to
revolutions.
identify the bug.
It was able to like look in our transcript and be like, okay, out of everything, this is the bug, this is the bug, and it got everything you mentioned, and we mentioned, I mentioned everything.
Damn.
crazy, right? So this
That is pretty
revolutionizes
crazy.
testing. This literally revolutionizes testing. Because then we can just test. We have it recording. We have it, doing the thing. So then you don't even have to write it down. You just have to like blurt it out. And I don't have to write it down. I don't have to stop what I'm doing. I can, I can work while it logs. You know what I'm saying? While you,
Hell yeah.
oh my God, this is insane. You're fucking kidding right now. I can't. You're kidding me. You can't. You're kidding me right now. You are kidding me. All right, the new
This
update
is
is now done. It's up there. So the new update is up. So that copy link URL should be fixed.
for the share button.
Yeah.
You want me to stop being a kitty?
I mean, no, just keep doing the keep. Okay, so fix that.
Oh, earlier today, I was there was a crow outside and he was really loud. And I was like, what bird call do I know? The owl. I know how to do a hoot hoot sound, right? So I was trying to have a conversation with this dude. And there was some times where I was like, oh, is he making a beat? Do we have some timing here? So I'd be like, and he'd be like, I'd be like, counting the beats and be like, I'd be like, I'd be like, waiting for the, but he could never get the timing right. So then I was like trying to get mad at him, right? I was like, and then he would just hit me with a twice. He would never do more than two, and then he brought it down to one. I was like, is this fool really trying to keep it subtle? We've been beefing this whole 10 minutes, and then now you're trying to play it cool. I was like, nah, 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 nah. But then the motherfucker flew away. He flew away because he knew I'm the apex predator, boy.
Mm.
That's what I'm talking about. Don't fuck with them owls. OVO, ho. Nah, 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 nah. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. What better transition than Hootie and the Blowfish?
Blow that fish, Hootie. Pause.
Hey, this mouse got some character. Look at that little tongue.
Bro, what is going on?
This Blowfish come crazy though. Damn, I hate how this shit like really accentuates my hot eyes because they're not all the way open. This thing is so fucking racist. Look at this shit. You see his eyes? This is just me normal. Like my left eye is just
Now
stay
what?
open. Stay open.
Yo, everything you just mentioned, I'm going down that list and like I feel like I'm knocking it all out.
Nice.
I'm not even kidding. You want to go through and look at it real quick? It's fucking crazy, bro. The fuck?
I'm a bunny right now, boy. You don't want to fuck with Hopper. I'm a
Just,
bunny, boy. I'm a bunny, boy.
just.
Playboy, bunny, boy. All right, I'm gonna share my screen. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we are back on the Free Label website. What are we doing?
Ain't no fucking way.
Dashboard home.
There's no way that AI is literally just helping me solve all these problems. I can't tell if it's the Bang Energy that I drank, or the Adderall I've been taking, or maybe it's AI just being on the cusp of everything, but maybe it's the combination of all of those three.
Wait, what did you just fix?
I'm just going down the list of everything you told me. And like I found one thing and I was like, hey, AI, why do you think this is happening? And it gave me like 3 lines of code to run and it fucking fixed it.
Damn.
Yeah, this is like beyond insane. I
Shit, I
love
can be a
code.
coder then.
I love code so much that, like, honestly, I love video and it's great and everything, and it was fun doing it and shit. But like, dude, I'm so good at this shit that like, I'm honestly a god at this.
Wait, you're Jesus. AI is the God.
I mean, yeah, or yeah,
No, no. AI is Jesus. You are the God.
I don't know.
Because AI,
I mean,
AI was created by man.
I represent God. I'm not a god. I represent. You know what I'm saying? I'm a representative. You know what I'm saying?
You're
RIPE
like
and
you're like
representative.
Thor, but with coding. You're the God of coding.
Something like that.
Lowercase g. Oh, you said you fixed the share button, the QR code. How do you copy to clipboard? Okay, let's check this. Let's check this.
Ah,
Oh shit! Look at that. Are you seeing it?
nah.
Yo, are you seeing my screen?
Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking. Is it clean? Looks good. That's dope. I just want to make a
What is
little.
this stuff?
What is what?
Social stats,
What?
YouTube videos, website posts.
Okay, yeah, give me 1 second. I gotta figure it out. Let's fix that. Let's fix that. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, web, all permission. Okay, so hold on. Click. Go back real quick. Go to your profile. I can do it actually. Go here. Elon, refresh. Let's refresh. Let's hit a little refresh on it. Share. Bro. Click on share.
Oh,
Click on share. I just want you to see something.
yeah,
QR code.
yeah, I saw that.
No, that
How
wasn't
do we
work. It's been down for like months.
how do we use it?
What?
Like you have to have someone picture it, right? Real life.
I mean, take a screenshot of it real quick.
Okay.
Now hold down the QR code on there.
Oh, hold on. Nice.
Wait, so you're saying that what does that tab say?
Hold on.
What does that tab say? Um, the ones that keep popping up on your thing. Mm,
What?
hold on. Flatten social stats. Okay, if YouTube channel ID.
Oh, where did this come from?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Social stats. Let me see. I don't know. That's weird. I gotta figure out. Oh, because you have a YouTube thing, but so you're.
But this wasn't there before.
You know what? It's because you do have a YouTube channel, but I gotta figure it out. Yeah, I gotta look at that. So you have a YouTube channel there, but you didn't connect it the right way. So it's not fetching your YouTube stats. Like you manually put it in there when the right I need it, which I need to go back in there. When you create a profile, it should open up YouTube and you should be able to click and add YouTube from the thingy, you know?
So,
So once you add YouTube through Google, it'll be able to fetch your stats. So it's confused right now and it thinks that you have stats there. So I need to figure that out.
hmm.
So I'll get those social stats fixed. I'll remove that stuff.
Yeah, get that shit out of here.
Here, you know what? Honestly, here. Social stats. Find social stats. Find social stats. YouTube video section. What does it say? YouTube video. Yeah, fuck all that. I'm actually just gonna do a fetch instead of just automatically displaying on the profile because it needs to be validated and curated content anyway. So fuck all that. That was a cool little social experiment. Update the removed the auto and fetch content. What's wrong, Charlie? What's wrong?
Alex,
Hmm.
I gotta get to sleep soon.
All right, yeah, because I'm about to hop off too.
All right, I'm gonna go right now. You need me?
Uh, well, yeah, let me stop the recording and then we'll let me show you some shit.
Okay.
All right. Bam, bam, bam. Live stream ended. Does this even work? There you go.